Putin said no to the 30-day complete ceasefire, but did give a win to Trump, having accepted a 30-day ceasefire with no conditions with the Ukrainians. The Russians are saying they're prepared to do that with no gives, as long as it's about targeting energy infrastructure and, in principle, still some discussions around maritime attacks around the Black Sea. Places that, frankly, the Russians have been irritated with what Ukraine has been able to do with air drones and with sea drones, and also allows the Russians to continue to press for territorial gains over the course of the coming weeks, depleting Ukraine's military capabilities. Plus, weather's getting warmer. How much damage you're going to do to Ukraine, how miserable you can make them when you're no longer dealing with the freeze is not quite as relevant. So not a particular loss for the Russians. The fact that you're going to have less engagement militarily means fewer people will get killed. That's good for everybody involved, frankly. So that's where we are. Did you need 90 minutes to get that going? Not really, because the Russians also want to ensure that they have lots of conversations with the Americans about building business between the two sides, about people-to-people engagement, about finding a way to ensure that there is an ongoing bilateral channel where the Europeans aren't involved, where the Ukrainians aren't involved. That's essential for Putin, and that he got. So yes, you have a meaningful, relatively contained ceasefire that maybe you can build on, but you also have a meaningful bilateral channel for broader engagement between the Americans and the Russians that the Ukrainians and the Europeans aren't going to be a part of, and that the Americans have no interest in having the Ukrainians and Europeans being a part of.